Hello everyone, welcome to the Scumdog's Kennel. I'm your host, Chris Williams, and in today's Cryptid Corner mini-episode, I have a couple of great stories dealing with alien phenomena, folks. Both articles will leave you speechless. We'll start off with this first article, Blue Light on Exit 138, New Mexico. Trucker's terrifying encounter with silver-suited humanoids. And then we'll get into an article detailing possible human DNA mixed with alien DNA, folks. Let's get into the first article now. What happens when a long-haul trucker crosses paths with something not of this world on a dark New Mexico highway in 2004? Two small silver-suited figures and a blinding blue light left a veteran driver shaken and unwilling to ever speak of it again. Let's get into the full account now, folks, as usual. Hi, Lon. This incident, the incident occurred at Sephora in New Mexico on July 27, 2004 at 1:30 a.m. I am reporting this incident on behalf of my husband, who has refused to discuss it since the event occurred. On that Tuesday night, my husband, Justin, was traveling south on Interstate 25 in New Mexico as he works as a truck driver. The night sky was pitch dark with no moon or cloud cover. While driving at 65 miles per hour, he noticed a bright blue light about 12 miles ahead on the exit ramp, specifically on the southbound side of exit 138. The light resembled a blue laser, similar to those people attach to their hoods of their cars. Very interesting so far, folks. So, does that explain what this man actually saw, folks? There was some sort of laser attached to the hood of their car that this man was about to pass, folks? I kind of have my doubts, folks, but still an interesting idea, because we're probably going to learn a lot more about this story, folks. That's truly bizarre and certainly nothing so mundane. As he approached the ramp, he observed two humanoids standing there, each approximately 3 to 4 feet tall. They appeared to be either holding a blue light or the light was emanating from their head area. He couldn't tell for sure. As he got closer, the figures seemed to be looking in both north and south directions, and they turned to look at his truck as he passed by. The humanoids were dressed in loose-fitting, bright silver suits that resembled hazmat suits, but he couldn't determine if they were wearing helmets. The terrain around the area was flat, and he saw no vehicles nearby. Since the ramp was an overpass, he could see nothing obstructing his view. He slowed down to turn around and go back, but the next exit was 30 miles down the road. My husband and I have been truck drivers for 14 years, and we have seen strange lights before, but nothing as unusual as this, I would have to say, folks. And the fact that he mentions that these two humanoid beings, he couldn't make out their faces, is another telling clue, folks, as if that part of their body was specifically obscured from his sight, almost as if he mentally couldn't process it, folks. Very interesting. There's also a note, folks, so let's read that now as well. I did talk to the wife of the experiencer. I attempted to get some clarification from him, though he refused to speak, but he was extremely curious. So, the experiencer is not going to openly discuss what happened to him, folks, but he's also not going to basically rant and scream, basically showing how traumatized about it he is either. So that's also an interesting tidbit of information. But folks, let's move on to the next article now, which also deals with the UFO and alien subject. Alien DNA in humans, scientists study hints at genetic insertions beyond Earth. Let's get into this article now and read exactly what these scientists have found. Could humanity be carrying traces of alien DNA hidden deep within our genes? A controversial new study suggests that mysterious non-parental genetic sequences may have been inserted into human DNA, potentially altering the course of our evolution. If confirmed, the discovery would not only rewrite human history, but also raise profound questions about hybridization, identity, and the future of our species. Let's get into the whole story now, folks. Scientists are once again shaking the foundations of human origin theories, this time with claims that sections of alien DNA may be present in humans. The startling findings, spearheaded by Dr. Max Rempel of the DNA Resonance Research Foundation, proposes that millions of people could unknowingly carry genetic material from non-terrestrial sources. That indeed is truly mind-boggling, folks. Let's read on. A genetic mystery. Dr. Rempel's team examined 581 families from the well-known 1000 Genomes Project, identifying 11 families with unusual DNA sequences that matched neither parent. These anomalies included hundreds of genetic variants, some dating back to before 1990, long before modern editing tools such as CRISPR existed. The implication is staggering, Rempel stated. We may be witnessing evidence of deliberate genetic insertions, possibly from an extraterrestrial source. Self-reported abductees and hybrid theories. The research didn't stop at public data sets. Rempel also analyzed 23andMe results from self-identified alien abductees, finding unexplained genetic markers in several cases. This aligns with long-standing claims that human-alien hybrids exist, a theory tied to infamous cases like the Nazca mummies, which some researchers allege contained non-human DNA. If validated, the study could lend scientific weight to what was once considered fringe speculation that extraterrestrials have actively manipulated human genetics. Now, let's read this chapter of this article, folks. Skepticism and Scientific Roadblocks. Rempel cautioned that the work is preliminary and emphasized the need for next-generation sequencing (NGS) to rule out database errors. Critics, including UFO author Nigel Watson, warn against leaping to alien conclusions, citing small sample sizes, technical artifacts, and psychological explanations for abduction claims. Even so, Watson admitted, if proven, this would be as world-shattering as recovering a flying saucer. Indeed, I would have to agree with that, folks. If this is true, it proves aliens exist and that we ourselves, at least some of us, have alien DNA in our, bodies. And what about basically if this has been happening for thousands of years, folks? What does that say about all of this? Even more mind-boggling, folks. But now, everyone, let's read on. The bigger question, what happens if it's true? Beyond the controversy lies a bigger, unsettling question. What would it mean if alien DNA could be identified in humans? Rempel has speculated that such insertions could give rise to unusual abilities such as telepathy or heightened perception. It may be linked to neurodivergent traits like autism and ADHD. These suggestions remain unproven but hint at a potential genetic transformation that may already be underway in humanity. The study also raises ethical concerns. If hybrids can be identified, would those individuals face stigma, discrimination, or reverence? Rempel insists that this debate must happen now before the science catches up. A call for deeper research. Despite skepticism, both Rempel and his critics agree that further high-resolution genetic research involving abductee families could be groundbreaking. We need uncompromised, non-cultured DNA samples and families willing to participate, Rempel said. He believes the answers may reveal not just whether we share our lineage with extraterrestrials, but how much alien influence is truly woven into humanity's future. There's also a note, folks, so let's get into that too now. Dr. Max Rempel's controversial study has identified unexplained DNA sequences in humans that may point to alien genetic manipulation, while unverified, the findings echo long-standing claims of human-alien hybrids and raise urgent questions about evolution, ethics, and identity. Skeptics urge caution, but even they concede, if proven, the implications could be as earth-shattering as first contact itself. Yeah, folks, as I said, that indeed is the truth. If this is proven, then God knows what will happen. Could these individuals with alien DNA be used as, scapegoats for maybe, for paranoia, perhaps? I mean, if aliens are proven to exist and there are alien hybrids, then these people face, an uphill battle that could be truly mind-boggling. And there's the question, as I basically pointed out before, folks, what about if this has been going on for thousands of years, if there's been these hybrids existing for that long, folks? What does that say about our world? Perhaps old legends of monsters and even magic are actually cases of alien hybrids showing off their unusual abilities or, unusual looks, perhaps. Perhaps maybe the idea of maybe a ghoul or a vampire was actually, maybe something that happened because some person witnessed an individual who was a hybrid and to their mind thought that they were a monster. Or maybe the case, or with basically human abilities like, say, divination and precognition, abilities like telekinesis, and what we would describe as magic, folks, were the result of alien hybrid experiments done on us. Perhaps basically occurring at the same time that these stories occurred in the past or even right now. Either way, it's truly an unsettling idea. It could lead to truly mind-blowing things. But either way, folks, truly interesting. But now we're at the end, so please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Read comics, they're bad for you. You can use the YouTube link down below in the descriptions or the chat to go subscribe to me. Hit that like button for me. Make sure you're still subscribed. Leave some comments down below. Hit that bell for notifications. Make sure to hit the part of the bell that'll give you all future notifications. And please share this video out. I'm Chris Williams from the Scumdogs Kennel. Thank you all for joining me. I'll be back again tomorrow with another great video, so be sure to come back again then. Till next time, folks, I'll see you all again soon.